This is a local AI agent sorting my real inbox right now. Every email read, classified, and handled. Running on my separate laptop. No subscriptions, no API costs, completely free once it's set up properly. All I need from you today is setting that daily limit of whatever subscriptions you have, that is either ChatGPT or Claude. If you're watching my channel, I'm pretty sure you have one of the subscriptions, so let's get on with it. If you run a business, you already know the problem. Your inbox runs your day. You open it planning to do one thing, and then just an hour disappears. Emails you didn't need to read, emails you needed to reply to 3 days ago, and just somewhere in there, stuff that's actually dangerous pretending to be normal. In my last video, I showed you a local AI agent that reads every email, sorts it into 4 categories, drafts replies, and catches phishing attempts, all running locally on my laptop, zero cost. That video got a lot of love for some reason. So many of you wanted me to do a full tutorial, step-by-step playbook around that. I thought about it, like what's the real need behind all those comments? Because I don't think it's the tutorial itself. I think you actually want to use this in your life, in your business, right? So I thought about how to do this without making you feel overwhelmed, because at the end of the day, we're all busy human beings. We need to concentrate the juicy, the sweetest part. And I did not want to do another watch me click through things for an hour tutorial. So instead, I built you something better. I need to tell you why real quick. In my previous business, I helped to sell a promise I couldn't fully deliver. I was just mainly selling courses, and the success rate was probably less than 5%, just like every other courses online. That made me sick. So I had to quit, and I decided my words are gold. Once it's spoken, if I say it, I deliver it. If I cannot, I tell you early and I fix it. That is exactly why I'm showing this. No course selling, no upsell, just something practical that can add value in your life. And honestly, I want to see how far I can go with this too. So here's what I built, a complete interactive build in a GitHub repository. You just grab the URL, you paste it into AI coding tool, and that tool is gonna walk you through the entire setup step by step on your machine at your pace. So you can think of it like a very technical, tech-savvy person sitting beside you, and that person also knows how to explain things very easily, even the grade 4 can understand. All right, in my case, I like to have more control over the process this time, so I'm gonna use Claude Code instead of Codex. It's a command line tool from Anthropic, as you already know. But if you have a different AI coding tool that you prefer, either that's a Cursor or Warp or Codex, whatever, the repository works exactly the same way. Just grab the URL, paste it in, just follow along. First things first, I'm gonna get Claude Code installed. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. And first things first, there are some things that you need to do. Before I do that, actually, since I'm running this on my separate laptop from my MacBook, I'm using this app called Parsec. Parsec is a remote desktop app. It's really good, and the best part is free. What you want to do first is type Claude. Claude Code install. Just want to let you know that since I'm on Windows environment right now, let me see. There, click on this one. When you scroll to the bottom, like here, there are a installation code. Since I'm on Windows, I'll use this one. If you're on Mac, go with this. And I'm gonna open my terminal, which is already open. If you don't know how to open your terminal, I guess obviously I'll show you here. So command prompt or PowerShell for Windows. So right click on it, run as an administrator, and hit yes, and it's gonna pop up the window. Okay, but since I'm already in there, I'm not gonna do that. PowerShell, not this. We should. Yep. Okay, and I'm in this folder, users, Danny Jin, which is my name, but I do not necessarily want to have something made here. What I mean by that is I have already made a Claude Code as a separate folder in my Danny Jin user desktop. You see this, right? And Claude Code, and I'm gonna make a new folder here. This Claude Code is the folder that I made, by the way. Email inbox agent. Perfect. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on it, and when I click on this one to copy the path folder path. And here cd, change this to this folder. If you're on Mac, you don't need to have this one, okay? You can just do this. Perfect. Okay, and go back to our Claude installation code, which is, oops, what did I do? What did I just do? Yep, PowerShell, copy, come back, Command V or Control V, hit enter, wait for a bit. Okay, now Claude Code successfully installed. Yay. Okay, your version should be 2.1.69. If it's below this number, you gotta update. Otherwise, you won't be able to use it. All right, next is you're gonna fire up this Claude in the same file path, by the way. Like I told you in the beginning, I'm on Pro plan. I'm paying $26 USD, I think. So I'm gonna be able to use Sonnet 4.6 or Opus, but I'm not gonna use Opus because I don't want it to hit my daily limit even before I make this work, right? So Sonnet 4.6. Now we're gonna go to my repo, which is this one, and I'm gonna copy this repo URL and come back to the Claude code, and using this git repo, I want to set up my own email inbox agent, and then command V to copy and paste the GitHub repo link, and hit enter and wait for a bit. It's gonna ask you to confirm some consent, right? So just hit number 1. Okay, wait for a bit, a little more. It does say the current project directory is empty. That's because I made a folder here. There is literally empty, right? So now, do you want to proceed? Yes. Now do another one here. Yes, yes. Okay, looks like it's done. Let's read it together. Setup steps, window, whatever OS that you're using, that's either Windows, Linux, or Mac, etc. The Git repo I made is made to pick up whatever OS that you are in, so don't worry about that. Since I'm on Windows, it says window. If you're on Mac, it's gonna say it's Mac, right? So step 1, get Gmail OAuth credential. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go to console.google.com. By the way, if you don't have like a necessity things installed as dependencies, for example like Python, it's gonna pop up all those things before these steps. So what you want to do is just go to other terminal over here and literally, navigate to your folder first. No, not this. Oops. Now navigate to your folder. Where was my folder? This one. Yes. Navigate to your folder and install all your dependencies here. That's either Python or whatever. And from there you could, okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna go through the steps because I have already some of the things installed. Python, okay. I'm gonna click on this one. By the way, if you want to click on this to actually make the windows pop up here, it is Command or Control and hold down your Command key and click on it. That's the basic thing. Okay, now it'll probably ask you to log in. Mine is already logged in, so I'm gonna go from there. Select a project. I don't have any project, right? So new project, email agent, and for this I'm gonna copy his name, create. Now select the project, email agent, click on that one, and okay. Now hit that left sidebar menu button, this one, navigation menu, and go down to API and services. And from there, first of all, what you want to do first is OAuth consent screen. That's what you want to configure this first. App name, email agent, email is just your own email. Since this account that I'm using, the dummy account, is not workspace, Google Workspace account, so I won't be able to create any internal app using this, but external is fine. Next, the email address. Let's write down my email. Okay, next, click finish, create, wait for a bit. Now the next thing that you want to do is go to, was it the branding, audience? Yep, the audience section, and test user, add yourself, your email, jdaniel color 16 gmail.com. Save. All right, from there, come here, click on the client and create a client, application type desktop app, name email agent. I think it's fine. Now this is gonna pop up. Obviously I'm not supposed to show you this to you, any of you, but by the time this is uploaded, I will probably have the entire my project shut down, so don't worry about it. Download JSON. Yeah, you need to download it. Do not click OK or click on the other side of this block before you download. Okay, I did download it. I'll hit OK, because once you get out of this pop-up window, you won't be able to see your client secret. So okay, we're good on that one. And the next step, why don't we go back to Claude Code and take a look at it. Create or select the project. We did that. Enable the Gmail API. Yes, Gmail API section is left navigation bar, API and services, enable API and services. And from here, you're going to want to type Gmail and Gmail API. Click on that, enable it. Okay, now we're good, perfect. Let's go back. We did that. We already had as a test user, that's done too. Go to credential, create credential. We did that too. Download the JSON and save it as a credential JSON. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is the folder that I'm working with, and let's go to download here, another folder, and this is the one that we just downloaded. Let's move this to our working workspace folder. Terra copy and this down, and from here copy the credential.json and just change the name, and do not forget to remove these because the file format type is already JSON, so there shouldn't be even a dot there. So credentials, that's it, and hit enter. Now we're good. Okay, and then we did that, right? Step 2, get an OpenAI API key. We're going to use Ollama local AI LLM, so we're not going to use the OpenAI API key. So what we're going to do next is literally Ollama pull Qwen 2.57b. This is actually not the one that we're going to pull. What we want to do next is go to the other terminal, and first of all, Ollama pull, and let's go to Ollama because I don't know what I'm pulling. Ollama models. Let's go click and models. Qwen 3.5, which is the newest family. Well, if you have a capable hardware, I'm sure you know what you can run, right? So for me, I'm just gonna go with this 9 billion parameters model, the latest one. And if you can run these, then go for it. I'm not gonna stop you, only if you have the good enough hardware, okay? Anyway, we're here, back, Ollama pull, now Control V, Qwen 3.59b, and hit enter. In my case, mine is already installed. That's why it was instantaneous, right? 6.6 gigabits, it would have taken me maybe at least 5 to 10 minutes, right? So since it's done, I was just demonstrating it to you, right? And Ollama serve, Ollama serve, Control C, now come here, Control V, error, listen, Fine, only one usage of each socket address is normal, is permitted. That means it's already on, so. Okay, so we did that. Step 3, run first time setup. Open PowerShell in the project folder and run. Copy this. Copy this. Sorry, this is why this is in Korean. Let's paste it in and hit enter. Creating virtual environments. Wait for it. Yep, it's working. Okay, let's go. Let's go back to Claude Code, guys. And this will create a virtual environment, install all dependencies, run the setup wizard as per your API key and Gmail label preference window. Model backend, Ollama, hit enter. OpenAI API key, we're using Ollama. Yes, OpenAI base URL, just hit enter. This URL is your local URL, so you know your data is protected. OpenAI model triage, yep, hit enter. Model dropped, confidence threshold, nope. I mean, these can all be just hit enter. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, these are what I'm setting up. Run agent now. Y, hit enter. It's gonna pop up the authentication window, which you will sign it with the same email account that you signed, that you made the project with in the Google console, admin console, not this one. Continue and continue. If you see this, the authentication flow is authenticated, completed. Now, get out of here. Go back to, sorry, here. Now it is basically on. Now what we're going to next is set up. Is running. By the way, let's test this one. Send random 10 emails so I can see. Well, I'm not gonna say this. Okay, and hit enter. Maybe I should have provided my email address first, I guess, right? My email address is jdaniel color. Okay, I think it was configured before, you know, when I was making this. So let's have a look. Well, by the way, if the model is already running like this, do not stop it. Do not try to interrupt and start again by running this command. Let it run, because the agent's gonna pick up only the emails that's less than 12 hours old, and anything that's older than 12 hours is not, the agent's not gonna pick that up unless you specifically say so in the chat itself. You know, this is a public repo, so you can basically configure it however you want, to change the logic, or you know, to change the logic behind it, or even the agents stack that I use the OpenAI agents SDK. If you want to use the other one, if you want to change it to maybe crew.ai, that works too. But anyway, okay, slowly popping up. Just labeling each one. Let's take a look at this one first. Hello, J. Daniel Color. Your ClickUp business subscription renews in 9 days. Obviously, that's the receipts and billing. Great. Events and calendar. Your flight booking is confirmed. Booking reference number there. And this events and calendar. Nice one. What about this one? Hey, J. Daniel. I'm Jamie Kim from North Star Ventures. We'd like to discuss a co-marketing campaign for next quarter. Would you be open to 2 minutes? Basically a cold email. Jamie, thanks for reaching out. Well, yeah, it's fine. Sales and outreach. I reviewed your site and found funnel fixes that could improve demo conversion. Okay. Professional network. Please review legal red lines by Saturday. Without completion, the related payment workflow may be delayed. Reply if you need contact or documents. Hello, thank you for reminder, blah, blah, blah. And all these are also action required in the folder here. Okay, that's good. Events and calendar, so flight itinerary, stress tests. Yep. It's not 100% perfect, but I'd say 80% were there. So to give you context, agent takes a snapshot, 10 emails at a time and work on that, and next 10, but you would have to set up a scheduler for that one, and with that it'll feel like it is running 24/7. So that one I haven't really included in the repo. Perfect. Let's make this run 24/7 scheduler. Window task scheduler, if you are on Mac, is probably lunch something, if I remember correctly. To run every 5 minutes. Yeah, if it runs every 5 minutes, it's gonna feel like 24/7. Yep. Okay, let's have a look. All set. Here's a summary. Task name email inbox agent runs every 5 minutes. Logs in this file in the project folder. Let's have a look. Go to logs. It's gonna be there. Next run, already schedule. Useful commands going forward. Check test status. When immediately, don't wait for. Yeah, you might want to save these too. One note, the task is set to interactive only. Runs when you're logged in. If you want it to run even when your screen is locked, open test. Well, obviously this is not needed if you want it 24/7. I'm sure you're never going to turn off your computer, right? So yeah, not applicable for this one, but that's a good option. I guess I could actually show you for here. If you type in test scheduler here, click on this one, scheduler library, email inbox, properties, go here, and you see this name is matching, right? And click on this, run whether user is logged on or not, and just hit OK, and that's how it works. Okay, perfecto. Great. Go to. So you might want to save these commands. What I'm going to do, check test status, click here, status, right? Now, right now it's 3 a.m. in the morning. So next one is scheduled to fire off at 3:05 a.m. So this is basically 24/7. Yeah. Like I mentioned, since my GitHub repo is open source, you can literally do whatever you want with this. Update the logic or logic behind it to make it better. Okay, perfect. The numbers are going off, working very well. You can now close the Claude code and you'll still be fine. The task is registered in task scheduler, so it's fine until you decided to put a stop on it. Okay. That's now a working email inbox agent. It reads every email, classifies it, drafts replies when needed, flags anything suspicious. And let me remind you again what's not on that screen there. No API bill, no monthly subscriptions, no usage cap, no please upgrade to continue. The model is on your device, your data stays on your device, it runs until you tell it to stop. If you're in healthcare, finance, legal, any industry where data compliance matters that is heavily regulated, this is how you use AI without the risk, without having to worry about customer data leaking and much more. Local model, local data, you have the full control. Of course, this video doesn't make sense if I don't give you the repo link, so the repo link is in the description. Go grab it tonight, paste it in, build this thing. Oh, and when you do, drop a comment and tell me what happened, what worked, what didn't actually work, what you're using it for. Those comments are literally how I decide what to build next. I have like a list of things right now. Oh, and by the way, if this is your first time here, I make these because some of the tools are free and you shouldn't have to pay for courses. Every knowledge is available online, like this video that I'm filming. No course, no upsells, just builds you can use today, right away. And I want to see how far that can go. There are more to come. Subscribe it if that's your thing.